I wanted to jump on quick because there is a lot of confusion about intermittent fasting, maybe thanks to Gwyneth Paltrow bringing it out in the news last week. But there's also a lot about, can intermittent fasting really prevent dementia? We think about intermittent fasting just about weight loss and vanity, but actually, is there science behind intermittent fasting preventing dementia? Now, for me, I am really curious about this because I have both genes for Alzheimer's. And what is that? Alzheimer's is being talked about as type 3 diabetes. But let's first talk about what intermittent fasting is. It's a dietary approach that involves the cycling between periods of fasting and not fasting. This is not a low-calorie diet. This eating pattern has gained popularity in the recent years. A lot of people doing the low-carb ketogenic diet are intermittent fasting. I do recommend people do that, especially as they get in their elderly age. And most of you, 90% of you, are insulin resistant. We're going to get into that in a minute. But the researchers are exploring the potential cognitive benefits of intermittent fasting and related to dementia and Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia, accounting for 60 to 80% of cases. Other types of dementia include vascular dementia, frontotemporal dementia, and Lewy body dementia. While the exact causes of dementia are not fully understood, age, genetics, and lifestyle absolutely play a role. Like I said, genetics have a role, but you also have to eat the wrong way and have the wrong lifestyle to trigger that gene to create the disease. Several studies have investigated the potential link between intermittent fasting and dementia. One study published in the journal Aging Research Review in 2017 analyzed the results of 10 animal studies, found that intermittent fasting was associated with improvements in cognitive function and a reduction in the risk of age-related cognitive decline. I want you to think about it. When you are eating a ton of sugar, how's the brain feel? Maybe you're not on it, or maybe you're on it right away, but you come off that sugar decline and then you have brain fog and your brain's not working so hot. So just something to think about as I'm talking here. The authors suggested that the cognitive benefits of intermittent fasting are due to its effects on insulin signaling, inflammation, and oxidative stress. Another study published in the journal Nutrition Reviews in 2020 looked at the evidence from human studies on intermittent fasting and cognitive function. And the authors concluded that while more research is needed, the available evidence suggested that intermittent fasting may be promising for reducing the risk of cognitive decline and dementia in older adults. So why? Let's think about it. Alzheimer's is known as type 3 diabetes. What is diabetes? It is the progression of insulin resistance. What does that mean? That means that the cells are resisting and not listening to the insulin signal. Insulin's job is to put blood sugar or glucose in the cells. It's the key to open the door to let the sugar in. Well, if those doors are becoming resistant to insulin knocking on the doors, then the cells are not getting the fuel, right? So this is happening in our brain. Our brain cells are becoming resistant to the signaling for the insulin to open the door and let the fuel get into the brain cells so that the brain cells start dying. And then that becomes dementia or Alzheimer's, type 3 diabetes. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So what do we need to do to reverse that? We need to find a new fuel system for the brain to get the energy to regenerate. So number one, there are supplements and dietary things that you can do. Number one factor is the 𝗪𝗓𝗓𝗓 iodine. Why? It is known, iodine deficiency is known to be the #1 predictor of depression and brain fog. Why? It's able to detox the brain from toxins like fluoride, and it helps you become more in touch with your higher self. But it also improves metabolism and thyroid health. And thyroid health has been shown to be connected to anxiety, depression, brain fog, and all brain diseases. It also increases ATP production, which is true cellular energy. So it's improving and increasing the cell's energy by 18 times. That is the 𝗪𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 iodine. It has 100, it affects all 100 trillion cells in the body, including the brain, and it's detoxing your brain from all the cobwebs and the toxins. I talk all the time about how it's toxicity and insulin resistance that are causing our diseases, metabolic diseases, brain diseases, mental, physical, spiritual health. Well, with the 𝗪𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓𝗓 iodine, you are going after mental, physical, and spiritual health. You are getting in tune with your higher self. You are increasing your physical and mental energy. You are detoxing the brain and the body of all the toxins that are leading to the cancers, the brain diseases like dementia, and actually helping with blood sugar. Did you know iodine can actually help lower your blood glucose levels? It can help bring a diabetic out of a crisis, especially when you combine it with the proper salts like accelerated ancient salt. That is what has over 62 minerals in it, and it helps plump up the cells for that potassium sodium pump inside and outside the cell that are going to get those toxins out and get the cells to be hydrated. Intracellular hydration, meaning in the cell. All of this works together to help with blood sugar control. The next one, though, is the game changer, and that's the accelerated keto. Why? Because this is within 30 minutes is flipping your body from burning glucose into burning ketones. Burning ketones is like the Tesla burning using electricity versus the gas guzzling Suburban. So we're switching fuel systems. What does that do to the brain? The brain says, oh, well, now I'm getting these ketones. I can use that energy. I'm not only going to stop the dementia from progressing, but I'm actually going to start regenerating new cells because I now have a new fuel system to use. So the accelerated keto is feeding the brain and the body this new fuel system of ketones. And it's been shown to improve mental focus, increase performance, perfect. It's able to help you get into that intermittent fasting stage, because a lot of you are listening to me going, okay, so intermittent fasting helps with dementia, but I can't stop eating. I've got to eat every 2 hours. Well, that's because you're insulin resistant. We need to get you back to insulin sensitivity. So the accelerated keto flips you into fat burning, teaches your body to look to its own fat stores for fuel. Your body says, oh, I've got thousands of calories on my body to burn. I don't need fuel. So now I'm going to intermittent fast. And I'm not going to be on a low-calorie diet. I'm not necessarily starving myself. I'm just going to put my eating window into a shorter period of time, whether it's 2 hours or 8 hours or 12 hours, but I'm now giving my body a break to fast, which gives your body a chance to trigger that autophagy, which is the cleanup of the diseased cells, reducing inflammation in the brain, which is causing the dementia and the Alzheimer's. And it's giving you these great ketones for your body to start burning. It's also teaching your body to convert fat into sustainable energy. It supports your low carb lifestyle. You start craving the high quality animal protein that I talk about. It suppresses appetite. It supports a faster metabolism. When you intermittent fast, you're actually jumping up your metabolism instead of slowing down the metabolism when you actually are eating small meals throughout the day. That will slow down your metabolism. By intermittent fasting, your body's tapping into its own fat stores. So it says, oh my God, I've got so much energy to burn here. Let's ramp up the metabolism, not shut it down. So you're going to stimulate a metabolic shift away from glucose dependence and onto ketones. And this is going to tell your brain, I can start now recovering. I can start now reversing that dementia or Alzheimer's. And it allows the cells to produce 10 times the amount of ATP, of energy, than from glucose. So you're also getting that increase of energy, prevents brain fog. You're going to see your cravings start going away for carbs and sugar. And what we've also put into the accelerated keto, unlike any other ketone supplement, is L-threonine. This is an amino acid that is known to reverse aging because it defats the liver. The liver fat backs up the liver's function, slows down the metabolism, backs up the ability to break down proteins and fats, and with the help, and it also inhibits the ability for the thyroid hormones to convert from T4 to T3, which is responsible for your thyroid health and your metabolism. These unsaturated fats are easier for the body to utilize, and the L-threonine converts the solid stored fat in the body into a liquid unsaturated fat, which is easier for the body to burn. So imagine a wax candle that's solid, and when we light the candle, the solid wax, which is fat, turns into a liquid, which is then taken up by the wick easily. Because of this property, L-threonine is able to defat the liver and convert the stored fats into energy or ketones, which is easier for the brain to use for energy. Then we've put in some mucil, which is a rare Ayurvedic herb, and this is also known to break down fats in the body and provide energy spark for those to burn fat. So it's almost like a second source of ketones. Then we've put in 𝗛𝗘𝗏, which helps start that fire again in the digestive system. A lot of people are having issues with digestion. We've put in pure calf, teacrine, and dynamine, and these three have this amazing synergistic effect to give you this spark of energy that's non-jittery, but gives you great energy throughout the day. A lot of people are saying, Sarah, it's weird. I can fast until 4 p.m. I'm not hungry, and I've got amazing energy, brain and body. And it's because of these three compounds, in addition to the ketones in the accelerated keto. So that is something that is a game changer for your intermittent fasting, and the elderly can do it and the young can do it as well. Then when you add in 𝗛𝗚𝗏, I'm so excited about this supplement because not only will it give you the benefits of just this awesome, amazing, immediate brain energy, right? Enhanced focus, improved mood, increases learning speed right there and then, but it's also going to prevent Alzheimer's and dementia. It decreases inflammation in the body and the brain. People are seeing an improvement in mood with their depression, anxiety, ADHD, so it's great for young kids as well, but it's going to give you that mental energy. So as you're intermittent fasting, as you're on a low carb diet, feeding your brain these awesome wild animal protein foods that I talk about, and then you're supplementing with the 𝗛𝗏𝗏, your brain is actually reversing the damage done from Alzheimer's and dementia. You also get an effect of reduced stress, increased energy. And then you also could add in the accelerated thyroid, because most people with anxiety, depression, or suboptimal brain function have suboptimal thyroid function, slow metabolism, and of course that unexplained weight gain that you guys are all talking to me about. The accelerated thyroid is the most comprehensive thyroid supplement that helps increase the metabolism, increase fat oxidation in the brain and the body, increases brain function, energy, and weight loss. And unlike any other thyroid supplement, it's enhanced with scalar frequencies to detox the thyroid from the heavy metals and radiation, in addition to healing the thyroid quicker. Now, I always talk about the importance of the liver flush 3 to 4 times a year. Why is it important for the brain? Well, the liver is where you are metabolizing the sugars, the fats, and the proteins that feed the brain and feed the body. The supplements in my liver flush kit, that's a part of the Ascent Diet Cleanse, softens the liver stones and preps the liver to release those stones into the toilet. So you literally see hundreds or thousands of stones in the toilet. And then when you see them, you're like, I cannot believe those were in my body. How can your liver even function with all of these little pea-like substances in the liver? So detoxification improves, fat burning and metabolic rates increase. And I do this 3 to 4 to 5 times a year. I have people that do it that actually save their gallbladders. I just had someone tell me that the doctor wanted to take out their gallbladder because of gallstones. They did the liver flush multiple times, and they got it to where their doctor said, I don't know what you did, but no need for a liver flush or taking out your gallbladder anymore. Next thing you can do to help with your blood sugar, because that's why what we need to do to prevent that Alzheimer's and dementia, is berberine HCl. Berberine works like metformin, and a lot of pre-diabetics and diabetics are using metformin to control their blood sugar. The main reason for intermittent fasting, helping with dementia prevention, is by lowering that blood glucose. And the berberine supports that normal glucose and lipid metabolism, keeping insulin and blood glucose in that healthy range. I also like this combination with the HCl because HCl helps digestion, especially we are seeing with the spike protein affecting our protein and fat digestion. So the HCl helps. Now, a lot of you in your 40s and 50s are like, okay, intermittent fasting, am I going to lose muscle mass? Well, number one, the accelerated keto has something in it called HMB. HMB prevents muscle wasting. And when you are using your body fats for stores or for energy, your body's actually maintaining your muscle mass, but that HMB helps as well. The other amazing supplement, though, you can use is called Perfect Aminos. And this is a pure essential amino acid in the exact ratio necessary to build new proteins and muscles. It is 99% utilized by the body. Most other protein powders are only like 17 to 20% usable, and they could actually spike your blood sugar or cause a backup in your liver if it's the wrong type of protein, like pea protein or hemp protein. And whey protein has over 120 calories per serving, actually could spike your blood sugar as well. So the Perfect Aminos, with only 2 calories per dose, doesn't break your fast. It feeds your protein, your muscles, the right amino acids and keeps your blood sugar stable. You can also add in the leaky gut bundle, which is very helpful to heal the gut while you're intermittent fasting. The fasting gives the time for your gut to heal. While you are eating food, it is very difficult for your body to heal the gut. The leaky gut bundle heals it so that you're absorbing the nutrients to feed to the brain and the body when you do take in the proper foods. And what else can you use to enhance your brain activity and to enhance the benefits of your intermittent fasting? You can use the X49 patch. These patches help stimulate your own production of stem cells. Well, the X49 patch reduces body fat, increases energy, increases recovery after exercise, increases muscle, bone density, hair growth, and a lot of other anti-aging factors. And the energy enhancer patches, these are the ones I wear on my wrist. They actually increase caloric burn, fat oxidation, metabolic rate. They actually increase your calorie burn by 300%, and they also increase ATP production, and that is in the mitochondria, which is super important for reversal of age decline in the brain and the body. I also love the X39 patch, which resets over 4,000 genes to a younger state. So what does that mean? That means a reset in the brain as well as the body. The body's detoxing easier, and the brain is functioning like your younger self. The carnosine patch is known to be neuroprotective, and people are using it with that have dementia or are on the cognitive decline path. These patches are being shown to help with their decline and actually reverse that damage. So emphasizing that this is used with the supplements that I've mentioned with intermittent fasting. And then what do we do with the diet? We increase our protein intake, and we focus on wild animal protein, the amyloid proteins from chicken, pork, turkey, and conventional beef cause Alzheimer's. Those amyloid proteins get lodged into the brain. Time to get rid of the dirty bird and focus on the wild animal protein like bison, lamb, deer, elk, organic eggs, wild fish. They taste better too, guys, I promise. And they're very readily available on the internet. Google some delivering options. I love Buy Ranch Direct, NorthstarBison.com, but there's so many other ones out there. And also those animal proteins, the wild ones, have the CCK, or they trigger the CCK hormone in the gut that tells the brain, I've had enough. I don't need any more food. Stops the cravings. What does that do? It helps you intermittent fast, and it also increases the glucagon to insulin ratio, which is helping up the fat burning and stabilize the blood sugar, which is the cause of insulin resistance. So we need that blood sugar stable to reverse the dementia, to reverse the insulin resistance in the body. I also talk about limiting some of the grains, the beans and the vegetables that have oxalates, sulfur, and lectins in them. Also, exercise around your mealtime. By walking before or after dinner, you are going to stabilize that blood sugar, and that is also going to be helpful. Eliminate the processed foods. Everybody agrees with that. Those processed foods are so hyperpalatable. They're blunting your normal taste buds, and they're decreasing that CCK hormone. Eliminate the fake sweeteners, and really just focus on the whole foods. Intermittent fast, and you will see a huge shift in your brain function and your body. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you're notified every week with my new podcasts on Mondays and Tuesdays. I teach you on a daily basis in my group coaching on Telegram. No reason not to join. The link is below as well. You will take true control of your health and be supported by a like-minded group. And you can see everything that I do at SaraBantaHealth.com. Thanks again. Leave a comment below, and please share this video.